Julio Foolio, born June 21st, 1998, was involved in an ambushing by rival street members Sunday morning in Tampa. What was supposed to be a celebration weekend for the rapper's birthday turned into the worst thing imaginable, all due to social media. Julio Foolio and his crew rented an Airbnb for the weekend. As once arriving to the B&B, Foolio posted this to his Instagram story, inviting everyone to come to his pool party.
Hey, the pool party start today at 5, 6 o'clock. You already got the address, pull up, man. You got the address, pull up. If you need the address, DM me right now. The pool party start at 5, 6 o'clock. DM me for the address or DM Julio Bookie ESPN. I'm gonna put it right here. We just got her, bro. You got to add it. You got to add it, man. Push up. We just got to this bit. Tampa, Florida, man. You already got to add it to the pool party. Push up at 5:30, man. Push up at 5:30, man. We finna get everything right. Push up at 5:30, 6 o'clock, man. It's up.
The party inside of the Airbnb only lasted 2 hours. Julio would share the inside of the party, showing everyone on his Instagram that there was drinks involved as well as women. Now the girls are giggling in the Instagram story, thinking everything is funny. Meanwhile, his ops were planning, as this was the first mistake of many for Foolio, showing millions of followers, including his ops, his every single move, showing that he won't even be 100% if anything were to go down due to the activities that he's doing. Then an hour later into the party, the police then arrived to the Airbnb, calling the landlord of the home. He would eventually kick Julio Foolio and his crew out of the Florida crib. Foolio would once again go to his Instagram story, posting his next move. This would be none other than a poster for a nearby club, telling everybody on his Instagram story again to pull up to the club, while also revealing the literal address of the club on the poster, almost as if he's trying to break the record on social media for the most locations dropped to his ops in one weekend. Once arriving to the club, he would then post to his Instagram again, sharing exactly where he was sitting inside of the club, going into the upstairs lounge. However, Julio knew that his ops was watching, as he would state in the video that he is 20 deep.
We came deep for my birthday, man. Everybody coming out the stairs. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Deep. We deep as 20 deep. Lit everywhere we go.
Shopify's point-of-sale system helps you sell at every stage of your business. With fast and secure payment, card readers you can rely on,
giving the ops plenty of time to get together, figure out a plan, and scope out the scene where Julio's been at and partying. Now, taking action on this particular day of the 23rd of the month is very important to the ops, but more on that later. Now, when Julio Foolio and his crew were done at the club, they all gathered into the parking lot while his manager figured out a place to stay. He ended up scoping out a nearby Holiday Inn located down the street, and they began heading over. When arriving to the Holiday Inn, they all once again sat in the parking lot, gathered, and figured out what was going to happen during the night. Sources nearby claim that everything was silent. This was, however, until 3 cars filled with rival street members all came down the street with their headlights off, targeting Julio's crew with firearms, as a source would claim that there was 2 particular members that were pulling up on Julio's crew that were running around vehicles trying to only find Julio Foolio, as when they located Julio, you can then guess what obviously happened then. This was a clear retaliation against Julio, especially because it was the 23rd of the month, as 2 years ago, Julio Foolio dropped his hit track titled When I See You, mocking the passing of rival street members that are with Young and Ace. As in the song, he also mocked Young and Ace for losing a lot of his brothers. As in the lyrics, Julio raps, "Went out to eat on his birthday, 4 hit, 3 passed in the worst way. He kept dissing on me, now he's hitting 23. Now in the present year of 2024, those same ops retaliated on Julio's birthday, that is celebrated on the 23rd day. In the retaliation, there was 4 people hit, just like Julio mocked Young and Ace for with his crew, as further proving the retaliation by Young and Ace's crew against Julio Foolio. Not longer than 8 hours after the incident went down, it would then be reported Young and Ace dropped Do It, a direct diss track at Julio Foolio after his passing earlier today. Meanwhile, Young and Ace's right-hand man shared on his Instagram an old tweet from King Von reading, "Game over, we won, stupid." However, the story gets even crazier from here, because 1 month ago, Julio Foolio did an interview speaking on the beef in Jacksonville with Young and Ace, where he would go on to reveal that there was a song that was supposed to be made with one of the rival street members, with both groups coming together to stop all of the crime that's going on in Jacksonville.
on the record. Y'all probably ain't know this. Even though I said what I said about bro, me and J. Breeze supposed to be doing a Stop the Violence song. We probably gonna get that shit in motion. And just get that shit out the way for the kids, for the youth and stuff. And yeah, we gotta make this work better, man.
You and J. Breezy have a Stop the Violence record coming.
Yeah, that shit. It's talked about. I DM'd him about it. My big cousin wrote him about it too. He said he with it. I'm with it. But basically, right now we trying to find a beat.
Now, this made many upset because the entire situation could have been avoided. However, rappers and celebrities in the industry have a lot of different thoughts, especially Charleston White, as he would go on to react, sharing.
And everybody saying, well, man, what you think about this? Well, all I'm gonna say is, man, that works hard. Did he earn this here? And goddamn it, should nobody be sad? Where that lived and talk gangster? Should nobody be sad what did happen to Julio Foolio? One thing we know about it, he didn't go to heaven. Yeah, now one thing about it, he ain't in heaven. Now where that boy, he had all the time in the world to apologize to them people. He was going to the graveyard, rapping at the graveyard. Man, that was making people mama cry. It's some people relieved.
That's a fact.
Wiping their forehead saying, "Oh Lord, thank you." And then there's some people crying, said, "Oh, we gonna miss one leg, one foot."
As Charleston White is stating that Julio is not going to heaven for one specific reason, as the reason could also be the reason that Julio Foolio passed away. It all revolves around Young and Ace's best friend, ATK Mitch, because in April of 2022, officers saw Julio driving in a Dodge Durango with an illegal window tint. They would go on to pull over Julio to ask questions. When suddenly a prosecutor showed up, things would get very odd. The prosecutor searched Julio's vehicle illegally. He told the officers even who he was and why his windows are tinted, but they didn't care. After hearing who Julio was, he was taken immediately into the cops' patrol car, and he was immediately questioned about the passing of ATK Mitch, a rival street member against Julio Foolio and a close friend of Young and Ace.
All right, so I ain't want to bring it up. I know you're going to be upset. Mitch, some detectives want to talk to you real quick about what happened to Mitch.
How long that's gonna take?
Not that long, depends on you. They just gonna ask what you know about what happened.
Now, once he was taken into the car, Julio knew he would be questioned, and he was quickly taken in to be interrogated.
All right, the reason why I'm here, I am leading on your friend's case. Ooh. You didn't have a friend that just recently got killed?
A lot of friends that
Recently? Mitch?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm lead on that. I don't know how close you guys were. Can you kind of give me just run down on y'all relationship when y'all met? How long y'all been partners or whatever?
The detective started looking up who Julio Foolio was and how him and Mitch would have known each other, as they would then go on to ask where Julio was at the time of ATK Mitch's passing.
He used to come to my mom's house. I used to come. He would come over there, show his support.
What type of work do you do? What type of artist? You're an artist. Okay. As far as Mitch go, what are you hearing?
Not really. I was in Miami when I heard the news. You know what I'm saying? I was down making music. And I saw posting on Instagram, Mitch. The whole Jacksonville, Mitch.
The detective still had nothing on Foolio. However, they knew that he was.
Y'all know this, bro. That a lot of these niggas got turned next videos, bro. A lot of. It's starting to get insane how many of these rappers get interrogation videos just getting put out.
I don't know who did it. I don't know. I ain't here. That's what I'm saying. You will never know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. No, I just heard it. They say, "Little brother." I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm in Miami at the time, though.
You ain't tired of that, man?
Yeah. I'm known to this.
While Foolio is shutting down any involvement in Mitch's passing, they would go on to ask Julio's music and why there is so much crime around him, as the detectives are starting to get very angry, knowing that Foolio has literal crimes that he has committed inside of his music, where he is confessing to several serious issues. Meanwhile, Foolio in the room is saying nothing.
Do you think that your music or your ways or the way you conduct yourself through your music had anything to do with it?
Nah, because even before I was rapping, it was, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just say it's my music that by somebody, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, do you think it influenced someone or triggered someone, like the way y'all going back and forth? Do you feel that way?
No, a song can't make no do nothing, bro.
As while this is obviously the street code, you say nothing to the police and you keep everything within your own group, this left many angry with Julio Foolio on lying to the police about a serious matter. ATK Mitch has a family, and they would love to know what seriously happened to their own. But now also in 2024, with the passing of Julio, many are looking at the ATK Mitch situation to be the reason that Julio was targeted in Tampa.
All right, here we go. We have one of the most controversial Florida artists out there right now. Julio, welcome to Vlad TV.
Vlad, what it is, man. Appreciate you for having me, man.
Oh, yeah, man. Pleasure.
All right, y'all, let's see, man. We're trying to get to the nitty gritty, man. We're trying to get to the bottom of what really happened. Let's take a look at this news clip real quick.
6:35 is your time right now. Turning our attention to this story in Tampa, where police are still looking for the person who shot and killed a rapper and hurt 3 others outside of a hotel there. 3 others were injured in that shooting, as we said, but 26-year-old Charles Jones, who was also known as Julio Foolio, was reportedly there to celebrate his birthday. I think he was turning, 26 or 27. Police are still trying to figure out a motive for the shooting, but in some of his songs, he made jokes about the murders of people in other groups as well as rappers.
I heard probably 2 series of shots, maybe like 5 shots each. And then probably like 5 minutes later, just heard some voices.
At that hotel, because according to social media posts, his pool party at an Airbnb was shut down by police. He alerted people, listen, I'm moving my party to this other hotel, so people knew where he was going. And the people who ambushed him allegedly came there to do that. 3 other victims are being treated at a hospital.
A crime scene taking up this whole parking lot behind me. This is a Holiday Inn right across the street from USF. Here, 4 people were shot, and so were 2 cars. Police say they are also now a part of the investigation. A birthday celebration that took a turn for the worst. Now cars filled with bullet holes are at the center of an investigation to find out why famous rapper Julio Foolio, who just turned 26, was shot dead early this morning.
At this point, it's part of the investigation, but it seems that they might have been coming here to the hotel to get a room.
After a social media post from Julio Foolio said he and his friends were kicked out of an Airbnb. They found themselves at this Holiday Inn where hotel guests like Jeremiah Claypool had to be escorted to and from their rooms post gunshots.
I only heard one. It woke me up, but apparently there were more than that.
Police say they got the call at 4:40 this morning. Julio Foolio, whose real name is Charles Jones, was confirmed dead at the scene, while 3 other shooting victims were taken to the hospital. No one has been arrested in connection to this shooting.
You know, we always say it, but in cases like this, it really does make the difference. If you saw something, if you heard something, any little detail can help us figure out what happened here this morning.
For now, investigators will lean on federal agencies and work with hotel surveillance video to help determine how the shooting events took place. Also, interviews from witnesses like Claypool.
We're still going to stay. We're going to find another hotel.
As we continue to find out more information, be sure to download our free WFLA app for the latest updates. Reporting in Temple Terrace, Chloe Sparks, 8 on your side.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.
All you gotta do is
Oh, you've never used samples like this before. This is our
as usual with your name, but I mean, we all know you got shot in the foot.
Yeah.
Last week, and you don't have to tell us too many details, but we pretty much know, you were driving, correct?
Yeah, I was driving.
Is this daytime, nighttime?
This shit was like 5, 6 in the morning, probably 6:30, some shit like that.
In the morning. So you didn't go
it
to
was
sleep?
Still dark. It was still dark.
Wait, 6:30 in the morning?
Yeah.
So I mean, did you wake up early? Did you not sleep that night?
Nah, I was up. I was up the whole night type shit. My dumb ass, I'm nicking. I wanted to go get a vape from the stove. So I hopped in the car, and I guess I got ambushed. Somebody was waiting on me when I pulled out the driveway and shit. And I saw the car, like I saw a little glimpse of the car. But by the time I got
to the street, say hi. It's Diddy on stream. Yeah, see. Working, man.
to the level they wanted to shoot him, and I went to driving type shit. When I went to hearing the shots hitting the car and shit.
So, I mean, a lot of people think, because we posted this shit like 3 times, keeping the fans updated, a lot of people think you shot yourself.
Yeah.
They're saying if he's driving, how does he get shot in the foot?
Yeah.
Like,
how does that happen?
Mind you, yeah, this man had multiple attempts. Oh, let's see. This man had multiple attempts on his life, bro. He's still ain't learning, bro. It's like, you gotta learn after so many times, bro. Until that man above call you on my own. And I guess that's just what it was. On your birthday, though, it's insane work. It's crazy. Your birthday?
Now, can you confirm that was a real picture?
Yeah, that was a real picture.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was,
Yo,
I broke like 5 or 6 bones in my foot.
House shoes on.
Oh my God, man. What bullet? Did they tell you what bullet that was?
I think it was like an AR bullet or some shit. An AR bullet.
Oh my God, man. So, I mean, when you go into the hospital, was the hole in your foot originally that big?
Hell yeah. I wasn't even paying attention to it till they sat me down on a little surgery table to try to pop my bones back in place and shit. I was like, hell no, what the fuck? I'm sitting up looking down at this shit. I'm like, what the fuck? But my adrenaline was rushing so hard, I wasn't even thinking about it.
What is he doing? Did he run in the room or something when you're knocking on the window?
Hell no, man. He would just sit on the couch like he was just dumb. I don't know if he had AirPods in, but I saw him looking down at his phone and his TV was on. I'm like, man, I'm bamming on that bit like, bro, I'm shot type shit.
And he's not hearing nothing. So you get back in the car and that's.
Let me go grab a Red Bull real quick, Chad.
I hit it. I was in a scat pack. I did like 120. I think I put that bit in sports mode. I was sliding that bit.
Man, glad you made it safe, because you could have passed out all the blood you was losing.
Yeah, that what they were. The doctor was telling me, they were like, I was losing a lot of blood and shit.
Were you wearing sneakers when you got shot?
Nah, I had on some Gucci slides, some black Gucci
Okay,
slides.
that makes sense now. Oh man. So, I mean, what do they tell you? Do you fear that, at the time you would have probably had to get your foot cut off?
Nah, cause I could still it's like I felt half of my foot, but I could still wiggle my toes type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So they were like, "Can you move your toes? Can you feel your toes?" But that shit was painful as fuck when I was wiggling. They were like, "Okay, you good." Then they went to pressing down on my toes. They were like, "Okay, you got blood flowing still through your toes, so you good and shit."
Right. And I mean, what was the pain like?
But that shit was like, I can't even explain. That shit was like, for everybody who got shot, that shit like unexplainable, but that shit like was excruciating pain. And then they tried to pop my bone in place while I was awake. I was going to screaming like a bitch, bro.
Oh,
I
they
was
popped
screaming
it?
loud as fuck. Yeah, that shit an unbearable pain though, man.
Yeah, in the comments, a lot of people said that
bro.
People were sharing stories.
Pain, bro. Getting shot. Just for real.
They told you would possibly happen with you.
Yeah, cause after this shit I got on my leg right now, I got rods on my leg. They're gonna have to put a cast on. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like a little smell, but I keep myself up, so I ain't even worried about that.
Yeah. And I mean, would you have to learn how to walk again?
Yeah, I'm going through therapy right now. Like right now I'm on crutches and
Checking y'all. I just want to say a new whole setup coming soon. So y'all see the setup I got now. It's cool and all, but I'm about to get new everything, a new monitor, new camera, new mic, all that. So y'all ain't gotta worry about nothing like lagging and shit. Nothing with nothing. Y'all gonna see everything in great quality, man. We just waiting on it, bro, in due time, bro. But right now, we still in the trenches with it.
I got a walker. So I just can't put pressure on my foot right now. But yeah, I'm going through therapy right now.
Yeah. I know it's kind of been you've been, your mind's all over the place. Like how did somebody
he spoke death on himself, bro. He brought it up on himself. Watch this interview and watch. We're gonna react to a few videos of him. This man literally he brought it on himself. He knew it was coming. He felt it coming. He spoke it all the time. He was listening to it. Man, look, karma, motherfucker, bro. Real deal. And they come right back around and bite you in your ass. It's least expected.
Slime you out. Who the biggest? You know what I'm saying? So it could have been multiple ways. I said, all right, somebody got my location.
I mean, is this a wake up call for you? Like, is this something you're either going to turn down, get out the streets, or turn up and like is this a wake up call for you?
I ain't gonna count. This shit happen like often. Like I ain't new to this shit, so I ain't gonna say it's a wake up call, but it definitely like showing me I don't need to be in Jacksonville like that no more. I don't need to be chilling down there no more. I need to I got a whole house out of town, big ass house. I don't even be at my shit. I've been in fucking Jacksonville so much. So I think I just need to chill out for a minute, get back on my music shit.
Yeah, because this is like your fourth time, escaping, shootouts and shit. Well, I seen fourth time in 8 years.
Yep. It was this year, last year, I think 2 years before that, and then I got shot when I was before that. Yep.
I mean, shit, bruh.
This shit a movie.
It seems like everybody else in Jacksonville, all the Jacksonville rappers who have a name are no longer in Jacksonville, but you. All the other rappers that got a name, the Nardo Wicks, the Youngin Aces, the J. Breezes, the Spot'em Got'ems, everybody who has some type of motion is not in Jacksonville, but it seems like you just decide to stay.
Yeah.
I mean, is that legal issues? Is that because you love the city? Is it females? Is it?
Nah, after I got out house arrest this year and probation and shit, it just be like when I be out of town, it's like I just
Yo, Chad, if I was this guy, and you know you're fortunate enough to say that people tried 4 times to kill you, I'm gonna be honest with you, nigga. Let me see. I'd probably live in Seattle.
4 times, 4 different occasions, 4 different attempts. Just listen.
Like, nigga, you're gonna have to go. You're gonna catch me like in Ontario. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you're not gonna catch me 3 hours away. You're gonna have to really catch me, nigga.
be missing. Like I be thinking about my dead homeboys. I be thinking about some of my brothers that can't leave the city because they leave the situations. Like it's just so much shit I be thinking about. I would probably let's say like it's home sickness. I don't know. It's like I know how to. I ain't gonna say I know how to move in my city. I just love my city, but that'd be like people biggest downfall type shit.
Hey, chat, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm hoping I'm being respectful. I'm hoping I'm being respectful. So let me just start out by saying, with all due respect, when I watched this video, it gives me 2 different vibes. It either comes across as super arrogant. Yeah, these pussy niggas, they ain't gonna do nothing anyway, nigga. I'm not ducking shit, nigga. I'm not hiding. I'm not like a fucking rat in the rat hole. I'm not hiding. That's one likely maybe feeling that he had. I don't know which one is true, but the other feeling I get, and I'm hoping that this one obviously isn't true. I wish neither was true, but I obviously hope this one wasn't true either. It kind of also felt like a nigga that was like just tired of running. Like just tired of, when I mean running, just tired of living the life that he had to take the precautions that he needed to take to survive. Kind of felt like
Basically he's saying a nigga tired of being paranoid. And every day you gotta leave the house, he paranoid and gotta watch over his shoulders every single day, bro. That shit get tiring. For sure. That make a nigga want to stay in the house. Because once you win it, it's too late. Ain't no turning back. Especially as disrespectful as he was, ain't no turning back, bro. You in it.
It was just like, man, fuck it, bro. Like, again, I'm not saying he wanted this to happen, but it felt like somebody who was just like, because honestly, chat, when you're one of those people, like, let me ask you a question, and I'm hoping y'all don't have no ops like that, but say y'all go somewhere, you go to the mall, you see something, or like you're recording in real time. You guys probably don't have to, hopefully, don't have to worry about some of these things. So you're not thinking about all these precautions. Like even when he was doing an interview with me, Foolio said, when I walk outside, I usually have my gun in my hand. He said, I usually have it in my hand. That is for a reason. That is a reaction to the threat level that has been placed upon you. It feels like in these videos, he was just, I don't want to say he was ever running or hiding, but it's like, bro, I'm tired of doing the most, nigga. I want to just enjoy myself, bro. I'm with mad people. I'm about to just enjoy myself. I'm not doing all that shit right now. And maybe you could say the alcohol facilitated that. Chad, I'm still trying to find out who the people he was with. So he was with a group of individuals. Who are those people? Who are his friends that got shot? I want to know them. I want to know who they are because I want to go look at their stories as well. Does anybody? Zero says he looked out of it for sure.
Definitely look out of it. Look like his mind gone.
If you know the at name of any of the friends that were injured, please let me know.
He been lost. He been lost. Been lost in the sauce. His mind been gone. Been like PTSD. Like it's a motherfucker, bro. You can just tell by the interviews. Look at his face. Tell you see it in the eyes. They really tired, bro. No matter how much they try to hide.
Normally don't drink. You don't want to start drinking out of town. You don't want to start drinking in unfamiliar circumstances, and you don't want to start drinking when your safety is probably in. Hey, you know, I've always talked about that homie security shit, right? Or like, you know, you're with a couple of guys and you're like, yo, man, ain't nobody gonna fuck with me. I'm with them. Man, your homie's just as drunk as you, and they're just as thirsty as you. So y'all all in the car. Everybody on their phone. One your other man's right here. He texting a bitch. You told your guy in the back who's kind of like a fake manager. He's just your buddy. Yo, nigga, book the hotel that we could go in, nigga. Already, you know it's unprofessional because you're a sitting duck waiting for your homie to book the hotel. So he's trying to book it, but it's 4 a.m. and it's like, all right, well, you can't. Yo, that's another thing I was trying to say about people who, like, you've been trying to fuck a bitch, and you gotta.
A 911 call about a shooting that happened here in the parking lot behind me on McKinley and Fowler. What we have learned, and again, this is all very early in the investigation, is that 2 cars were shot at. 4 people were shot in total as a result of this. 3 of them were transported to hospitals, and 1 was pronounced deceased here on the scene. So we are working to learn what led up to the shooting, motive. You can see behind me, a lot of officers are here. They are talking with witnesses. They are looking for video as it pertains to this shooting. As far as the people that are at local hospitals, we are working to get an update on their condition. It seems like they will survive their injuries, but again, that's very early in the investigation. Those are really the details that I have at this point as we're unfolding and getting updates. I'll take a couple of questions for what I can say.
Were these guests at the hotel, do you know, that were staying here with some kind of beef or rivalry?
At this point, it's part of the investigation, but it seems that they might have been coming here to the hotel to get a room.
Can you say anything about the guests that were staying in the hotel? Did they have to be evacuated, or were they told to stay in place after the incident this morning?
Part of the investigation, I don't think so, because of what time it happened. At this point, guests are waking up and we're updating them and we're assisting them with anything that they need assistance with at this time. But it didn't happen inside the hotel. It was in the parking lot.
And so, do you know how many suspects there were? How many people had guns?
Part of the investigation, we're hoping to be able to figure that part out, as well as get a description of the suspects so that we can get that information out to you. But I can tell you that there are cameras here and our officers are working to view all of the cameras and talk with people, who might have seen anything or heard anything. And I think that's the biggest thing at this point. We always say it, but in cases like this, it really does make the difference. If you saw something, if you heard something, any little detail can help us figure out what happened here. At this point.
Okay. So it's a brief explanation by a spokesperson from Tampa Police. Now, very important that we kind of, as we start this, and salute to y'all every time we unfortunately have to kind of like do a deep dive into one of these things. You guys are super helpful. So salute to my fellow detectives out there. We about to get it done. All right, first and foremost, let's do something real quick. Google.com. All right. Very interesting. All right. So we all know that Foolio is from Jacksonville. His issues are in Jacksonville. He's from one particular gang that's beefing with another rival gang. Notoriously, Young and Ace is connected and affiliated with that other gang. By the way, I'm saying Young and Ace's name, but I'm not in any way, shape, or form saying that Young and Ace is behind this. Please note that there's gang wars happening in Jacksonville, but we also know some of the back and forth through the music. Now, if you listen to, for example, Who I Smoke by Young and Ace, Spinner Benz, and what was it, Fast Money Goon, whatever the case is, they're dissing a few people. Those people are connected to Foolio. Foolio drops a response song, When I See You. When he drops that song, he's dissing about 20 people. I remember reacting to that. So I've never seen, I won't be honest with you, like he dissed so many dead people. He dissed more dead people than I know close friends alive. Like I don't got 20 friends. He dissed 20 dead people. That shit was crazy. Anyway, I'm saying all this to say there's been ongoing back and forth. Now, apparently, Foolio's birthday was the 21st. Foolio birthday. So his birthday was June 21st. So he didn't die on his birthday. Okay. He died today, which is the 23rd. So his birthday was 2 days ago. And yes, he did turn 26. Very young. We're going to get into some of the attempts on his life. Apparently, there were 4 attempts already. I think this was the 5th. There's so much irony in this story. Foolio, in his "When I See You" song, he basically has like some lines that are eerie. Now that we see, went out to eat on his birthday, 4 shot, 3 dead in the worst way. Now, the reason why that's important is that Foolio died 2 days after his birthday while celebrating his birthday. And allegedly, 4 people were shot as well. Except there was 1 dead and 3 injured. Now, in this situation he's talking about Young and Ace. Young and Ace was a part of the group of people who went out for a particular person's birthday, and everybody else died but Young and Ace. He was the only one who survived. That's why they said 4 shot, 3 dead. The irony of this is in this situation, 4 shot, 1 dead. In Young and Ace situation, he was the only one that survived. In Foolio's situation, he was the only one that died. There's really eerie irony surrounding this whole thing. Okay. As we're looking stuff up, Tampa to Jacksonville. It's about 3 hours and 3 minutes. If you take I-75, you can see it right here. Jacksonville is up north. Tampa is right here. It's important that we point that out because we're probably, when I did interview Foolio, even though he had family and friends in Jacksonville, due to some of the cases he said, and also because he had a record deal, he tried to stay out of Jacksonville, but there's a lot of people he knew there. Anyway, I don't know if he went to Tampa directly from Jacksonville, but it's important noting that even if he didn't travel from Jacksonville to Tampa, it is still within driving distance that he was at a place that the people in the place that don't like him could definitely make a drive. At this point, we're not putting out any theories of what happened, but we're just pointing out a few things that we should probably think about. Okay. Now, his Instagram is still up and all the stories he posted that night are still up. From what we know, okay, so here we go. So for what we know, he was advertising a birthday bash. Okay? Tampa, Florida. By the way, he posted this on June 14th. Tampa, Florida, my Airbnb pool party. June 21st, DM me for the address. And my official birthday party at Club Teasers. Here's the address. Multiple people beforehand, they're like, this shit getting shot up. Man, they gonna shoot the water out the pool. I'm staying home. Don't show up if you like living. This is what people were saying a week ago. There's nothing positive. They finna spray it up. Watch. Unless you got Secret Service with you, I am good. Don't get popped. These are all the top comments from a week ago. This shit wild. Wait, why does it say a week? I don't know if this person edited their comment. Did they edit their comment? Yeah, you finna get shot up if the ops comes. I want to see the aftermath. Bro, it's going to get shot up. This won't be safe. Ops gonna pop out. Security gonna be extra tight. They're gonna check people ear holes between their toes, all for weapons. It's gonna be July 4th over there, fam. Chill out. It's finna go down. Y'all hear me? I hope you're not serious. This is a bad idea. Tampa's a wicked city. And I'm from Polk. Shit get real quick. Everybody better have their poll. Week ago. Cancel this shit. Jit finna get shot up again. 2 days ago. Do not go to this event. Week ago. Don't give the drop. Shaking my head. Week ago. Don't die, Foolio. Chris says, that nigga not gonna be there. Starboy says, this nigga dropped his low type shit. Somebody says, don't get set up, dude. Now, we're going to take some of these things into account. We're going to look into this event. We're going to... Just give us a second. Okay. Okay. Dropping your low a week before, them boys finna spin that shit. And yo drop the time. Man, ain't nobody trying to party with you and risk their lives. Just a result when you choose to be street. Now, that's a very, very interesting point. And let's take that point as we begin to dissect this whole thing, chat. Okay. That point is important because whether you know it or not, and let me give you the idea and the life behind these guys as rappers. Foolio, without a shadow of a doubt, is not a millionaire. Okay? He probably plays with hundreds of thousands, but he's not a millionaire. Foolio doesn't have huge hit records. He's not a huge touring act. He's also very violent, or was seen as a violent rapper. Doesn't do many shows. Have to move around with a lot of security or a lot of homies, a lot of overhead. You go to Tampa, you probably got 8 niggas with you. You got to go get at least 6 rooms. You're probably only going to get maybe 10 bands from the we're just doing math here, people. I'm just trying to show you something. The club give you 10 bands to come through. You got to get 4 or 5 hotels for 1 or 2 nights. That costs you like $1,500.